Hello everyone, welcome to the first weekly entertainment news video of the year. Happy New Year once again. We got tons of things to go over. Some updates when it comes to the Thunderbolts movie. We've got Minecraft casting updates and some horror news when it comes to Mickey Mouse. So let's dive right into it. Now, once again, Happy New Year to everybody. Hope this year is going much better than last year. I know it definitely is for me. So before we dive into everything here, if you are new to the channel, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. We do these types of videos every single week, talking about movie news, TV news, sometimes video game and even Lego news at times. So if you do like that kind of stuff, definitely hit that subscribe button. I've also just done my most anticipated movies of the year last week, so I'll post that somewhere here. You can check out that video. And of course, when it comes to these types of videos, timestamps will be in the description down below. So anything you want to skip around to, anything you're more interested in, timestamps are always going to be in the description down below, because we're going to kick things off with some horror news, and this is in terms of Mickey Mouse horror news. Now, if you weren't aware, Mickey Mouse officially became public domain on January 1st. Now, not the Mickey Mouse we're all used to, the one with red shorts and white glove. No, the one that came public domain is the Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse version of it, and of course you just knew people were going to take advantage and make it into a horror movie. So we got our first horror movie, and it was literally on January 1st. They released a trailer for a movie called Mickey's Mouse Trap, being really clever with how they're using Mickey Mouse, the name. But what's funny is that same day they even released a trailer for the video game called Infestation 88 regarding Mickey Mouse, a video game which is basically a 1 to 4 player survival horror co-op game that aims to infuse nostalgia with terror, with the developers basically describing it as, in the year of 1988, what was thought to be an outbreak of rodent in various locations morphed into something far more sinister, which basically just means that you're going to be fighting a giant mouse. And even the images that they released too just looks absolutely baffling here. But then on top of that, again, they released a trailer for Mickey's Mousetrap, and I gotta be honest, this trailer looks so terrible. If you honestly thought Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey was bad, I don't know, even just like that line delivery in this movie, in this trailer, just looked so low budget and so bad. The villain or the slasher is basically somebody in like a Mickey Mouse type of mask. It just looks honestly really bad. Looks low budget too. So honestly, just based on that trailer alone, I really don't think I'll be checking it out. I'll probably wait to see what the reviews are saying when it comes to that movie, but no time wasted when it comes to Mickey Mouse. As soon as it became public domain, that trailer got released, and it just, honestly, it baffled me, like out of all the things you could do, straight away turning it into a horror movie. Because if you weren't aware, you've got Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey for Winnie the Pooh, you've got Bambi becoming a horror movie. I believe there's going to be a Robin Hood horror movie as well. Now on top of that, Mickey Mouse is becoming a horror movie, and it's not one of those like creative type of slasher movies either. It's one of those very generic guy in a mask slashing away with a knife, just really unimaginative at this point here. And honestly, that's not all, because the next news story we've got here is there's another Mickey Mouse horror movie, and this one is called Steamboat Willie, basically taking advantage of the actual public domain, because it's like a small little clip of Mickey Mouse in that steamboat. So this one is basically a film following a sadistic mouse who torments a group of unsuspecting ferry passengers, with filming set to begin later this year. Now, at least this one is being slightly more creative, going for like that original clip of that steamboat Mickey Mouse, but again, just like wasting little to no time turning this character into a horror icon. Sorry, not even a horror icon, a horror villain, horror slasher basically. And like, to be honest with you, the first look with this looks so much better than the Mickey's Mousetrap version of like that slasher. This genuinely looks like a giant mouse on the loose, and it's going for like this different aspect, not going for like this generic slasher type horror movie going after like these teenagers. It's going in a ferry. It's basically Jason Takes on Manhattan type of version, which I'm kind of on board with this. I'm more leaning towards this. Like, so far they've announced 3 projects for Mickey Mouse. As soon as it became public domain, you've got a horror video game, which honestly not my thing. I probably won't even play that. Then you've got the Mickey's Mousetrap, which just looks so low budget and bad. And now you've got Steamboat Willie, and I guarantee you this isn't even the last of it. We're definitely going to see more Mickey Mouse horror, people taking advantage of this. But you hear this and you see this for both of these movies and this video game. What are your thoughts? Do you think you'll be checking out any of these? What are your thoughts about Mickey Mouse becoming a horror movie, a horror villain? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the next news story we have got here, it's an update when it comes to like the Five Nights at Freddy sequel, so FNAF 2. movie. So coming from the Collider, confirming here that Megan 2.0, Five Nights at Freddy 2 and Dead by Daylight updates from Blumhouse producer. Now this article is talking about both the Night Swim horror movie that's being released this week, along with Megan 2 and Dead by Daylight, but we're specifically focusing on FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy here. So in the article, the person from Collider is interviewing the film developer executive producer Ryan Turek about the slate of movies here. So he's asking here, I don't think Blumhouse has announced it, but is there going to be a Five Nights at Freddy's sequel? I'm assuming it made so much money. And then Turek replied, the movie made so much money, it was a huge success, and we are grateful for that. Emma Tammy did such a great job, but we're still waiting for the green light on that. We'll see. And which the interviewer replied, that which is crazy. And then Turek replied, no, it's not crazy, it's just part of the process, I think. Which honestly may not be like the news that a lot of people do want to hear, because I know a lot of hardcore FNAF fans really did enjoy the movie. I'll be honest, I've yet to check it out. I'm catching up on all the movies I missed out on last year, because again, I did my binge watching series for Arrowverse, which took up a lot of my time of the year. You can also check out that video if you haven't checked that one out. But he's saying that it's all part of the process, that there's nothing to worry about. They are going to be looking like they're going to greenlit a part 2, but nothing's been greenlit yet. I don't think they are not going to do a Five Nights at Freddy, because again, it says it made a lot of money, because basically the movie was made on $20 million. That was like the budget of the Five Nights at Freddy movie. Now if we take a look here at this time, right now, the box office for Five Nights at Freddy is going out around $289 million, roughly $290 million if we're going to round up. So it made a bucket loads of money here. Now I know a lot of people weren't a fan of the kind of direction that they went with. Feels like it catered more towards the FNAF fans rather than like just a casual audience here. Again, I've yet to check out the film, so I can't really comment on that, but with this budget and then this profit that they made, there's no doubt they are going to be doing a part 2. So it's just a matter of waiting here. You would assume that they want to do it like back to back, similar to like Saw when it's like yearly releases, but my guess is that most likely this movie is going to be coming out in 2025. I don't think they're going to be waiting really long to make sure that there is going to be a sequel to this movie. So you see this and you hear this, what are your thoughts? Do you think they're going to be making a sequel? When do you think they are going to be greenlighting it and making it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the next news story here, I want to shout out right now, like take this with a huge grain of salt. This is just a scooper bringing up some news here, and this is the scooper Daniel RBK, who again has got stuff right in the past, does get some stuff wrong, similar with like the Batman villain scoop that he did, but he is a reliable scooper here. And honestly, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because it has been a couple of slow days when it comes to like a news story here, but this one did really kind of catch my eye, and I got mixed feelings of it. So confirming here, saying a Die Hard prequel featuring a young John McClane is reportedly in the works. Now, nothing concrete or anything like that. There was apparently a couple of years back them thinking of doing it before Disney and Fox merged and everything like that. So there was an idea about that floating around, but really nothing came to fruition here. Now again, nobody else has like confirmed this or anything like that. It's just one scooper, Daniel RPK, who is bringing this up. So take this with a huge grain of salt. But they are thinking of doing a Die Hard prequel with John McClane. Now, like I said, I've got mixed feelings when it comes to this, but just before I do that, I'm going to throw in a quick plug, shameless plug. I did actually do a Die Hard Christmas tier ranking for all the movies for Christmas Day, so you can also check that out somewhere around here. If you do like tier rankings, if you do like Die Hard, just like I do, huge Die Hard fan, I watch it every Christmas, and I'm not going to go into that debate here whatsoever. It's a Christmas movie. Swiftly moving on. With this, because of the whole focus of John McClane, he's at the wrong place at the wrong time. He's not really like a CIA spy or like a James Bond type of character or anything like that. He's just like a normal person who's in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's similar with like what happened in the first movie. Now, we understand a little bit of his backstory in the movies. He was living in New York. He was a police officer, that kind of stuff. I don't know what they could do with the whole prequel series of following his backstory or anything like that. He could get into similar circumstances that he got into in the first movie, but I don't know, I'm kind of like on the fence when it comes to this. I don't know if I'm on board with it. Kind of want to see it, but I also just don't want them to ruin the legacy of John McClane like they did with the fifth movie. Less about that the better. But I don't know, I'm on the fence with this, so I want to know your thoughts about this. For those of you that are Die Hard fans here, do you want to see a Die Hard prequel? Would you be interested in that? Do you want them to just not even touch that whatsoever, especially because it's owned by Disney? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the next news story, we've got an update when it comes to some Minecraft here. Now, if you weren't aware, there is going to be a live action Minecraft movie, and we've got some casting updates when it comes to this here. So earlier this week, it was announced that Jack Black will be joining the cast of the upcoming live action movie. So he is going to be joining Jason Momoa, Daniel Brooks, Emma Myers for this live action Minecraft movie. And now he is going to be playing Steve for the upcoming live action Minecraft movie. I'll be completely honest with you, I've never played Minecraft, never touched the game, never even got like an ounce of gameplay with Minecraft, so I had no idea who Steve was. After doing a bit of research, it looks like he's one of like the main characters or main skins that you get when you sign up and play Minecraft. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it or I'm wrong about that, but I have seen some confusion online when it comes to this because people thought Jason Momoa would be playing Steve, would be playing the main character, but it looks like Jack Black is going to be doing it here. Maybe it's going to be like a dual role. I don't know if that's how it works with Minecraft. Again, don't butcher me in the comment section. I'm completely brand new to this here, but I did find it very interesting. You go from Bowser with Super Mario to now Steve to Minecraft. Like, Jack Black is really stepping up when it comes to like video adaptation games here, and honestly I'm all for it here. Like, I love Jack Black, going from like the School of Rock to Nacho Libre to even like Jumanji to then again Super Mario Brothers to now this. Like, this is a fantastic cast, and even like the casting in itself, you've got Jason Momoa here, you've got Daniel Brooks, who was so great in Orange is the New Black and Peacemaker. This definitely has piqued my interest. Again, I've never played the game, but I am actually curious to see what they're going to do with this movie. It actually has piqued my interest in terms of like watching this movie. But for those of you that are hardcore Minecraft gamers, or for those of you that do play the game, what are your thoughts are about Jack Black joining the cast and for him to be playing Steve in the Minecraft movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now as we move on to some Marvel side of things here, we've got an update when it comes to Thunderbolt. Now, a few months back, Robert Kirkman actually confirmed that Stephen Yeun will be playing Sentry in the Thunderbolts movie. However, this week we did get confirmation that he's actually been backing out of the project and will no longer be playing Sentry. So coming from the Hollywood Reporter saying Stephen Yeun will not star in Marvel's Thunderbolt. Like many tentpoles across Hollywood, it was delayed amid the dual writers and actors strike. So Stephen Yeun will not be suiting up for the Thunderbolts, the anti-hero centric feature in the works for the Marvel Studios. Sources tell Hollywood Reporter. Yeung's involvement in the Thunderbolt was first reported back in February, though Marvel never officially announced the casting. So of course speculation ran wild when it first was announced. This, honestly, I'm really disappointed that he won't be playing Sentry. I really like that casting with Stephen Yeun here, but it looks like due to the writer's strike and the movie getting delayed, there was some scheduling conflicts, so then he had to pull out of the movie because of this. So with everything going on, because filming is going to be set later on this year, when it comes to this movie, he's got actually other projects in the works, so he's not able to film this, which honestly again is so gutting to hear. He did come out and confirm, I think for me time passing and things shifting kind of pulled me out of it, but Jake Schreier I know is going to be doing an incredible job. I want to do a Marvel movie, he added. So it doesn't look like it was in terms of like the quality or anything like that when it comes to the movie. It just genuinely looked like scheduling conflicts here, which really does suck. Hopefully he is going to be in the MCU because I really do like him. He does a fantastic job when it comes to like the Invincible show, so I definitely do want to see him in Marvel projects later on down the line. But now when it comes to like the Sentry character here, really curious because now they're going to be rushing to see who they could find. A lot of people were speculating that it could be Ryan Gosling. That was the reported meeting that he had, so possibly him playing the Sentry. I generally just can't see it when it comes to Ryan Gosling here, but I genuinely am going to be curious to see who they're going to be casting now as Sentry, like what they're going to do. They even like had fittings for him, costume fittings for him and all of that stuff, and now just for it to be pulled out of the rug here, again, really gutting to hear this. But what are your thoughts about this? A, in terms of Stephen Yeun leaving the project now, and B, who do you think should be casted as Sentry in the Thunderbolts movie? Let me know down in the comment section below. Because speaking of recast here, when it comes to like the King character, now of course with the whole Jonathan Majors situation, I'm not going to go into all of that right now here, but with Jonathan Majors being dropped from Marvel, Kang looks like it's on the back burner. We still don't know if they're going to be diverting to something else. I still don't see them throwing in Doctor Doom right there, like one of the big bad of Marvel being thrown in there. I just don't see that happening. It could be Avengers Secret War Part 1 and Part 2 for the Avengers 5 and 6 movie. I don't know. Still very unclear of that. However, when it comes to possible casting here, there was rumours being speculated about who could possibly replace Jonathan Majors. So this is coming from Daniel RPK, again, reliable scooper here. He's saying here that Carmen Domingo is being eyed for the role of Kang the Conqueror should Marvel Studios decide to recast him. And what's funny is he actually did an interview. I don't know when this was released or when this was done, basically saying this.
I don't know, when it comes to the Marvel or DC, I'm like, I think I'm ready now. You know, I'm worked out, fit. I think I want to play a villain. I just wanted to be the villain. I don't want to be the good guy. I actually want to do some really nasty, dirty work. So I want her to call me for a villain. That's it.
This honestly definitely has some intrigue. I'll be honest, I've not seen him in any previous work or anything like that, but I really do like the look of him. He has got that Kang look. It's because of like what they've done in the MCU so far. So I definitely think this could work. If they are going to be recasting Kang, I would definitely go for this pick. For me personally, he's definitely got that aura there, that vibe here. And to be honest with you, I do want them to continue like the Kang storyline, Kang the Conqueror. I feel like they've just not done a terrible job, but not done a brilliant job when it comes to like the Kang character and this whole multiverse saga and him being the big bad. So I want them to continue that. Go for him. Do what you're set out to do so that you can complete Avengers Kang Dynasty, or just do something when it comes to like the character, just not have him how it's been used so far. But that's just my personal opinion here. Like I said, I do like this choice. He definitely has got that Kang vibe to it. But you see this, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. Would you go for this character, or should they just completely divert away from Kang the Conqueror? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the final news story we have got here is possible rumor of what the Avengers lineup is going to be looking like here. Alex R, who actually writes for the Cosmic Circus, who is honestly reliable, they were asked over on Twitter or X or whatever the hell you want to call it here, asking if you had to guess who would be in the Avengers, and they replied, as of right now, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Falcon, Hulk, Wong, Valkyrie, Shang-Chi, Katie, Ant-Man and the Wasp. With this image going around here of the possible lineup, honestly the first thing that catches my eye is Katie. I generally couldn't remember who Katie was until I had to Google it, because you haven't seen that character, her or Shang-Chi, since the movie, and I just don't see why she would be involved in the Avengers movie whatsoever. But then you look at this poster here, you've got She-Hulk, Valkyrie, Shang-Chi, Katie, Captain Marvel. All of these characters, you've barely seen them at all, like not a lot of development or anything like that, even in phase 4 or phase 5. Pretty much Sam Wilson, Captain America, appearing in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I honestly don't believe anywhere else since. Ant-Man and the Wasp, they do make sense because of their events that took place in Quantumania and them going face to face with Kang. But then, like I said, Valkyrie, you only see her in Thor Love and Thunder, Wong here and there in Multiverse of Madness, and in Spider-Man No Way Home, along with like She-Hulk. So he did appear here and there. But then, like I said, Captain Marvel, you see her once since Endgame, which was in her movie. Katie and Shang-Chi once since Avengers Endgame, and nothing else since then. She-Hulk once since the series, and even then, why would she be joining the Avengers? Like, there's just no writing or development whatsoever with this. Plus, you're missing Thor, you're missing Doctor Strange, you're missing Spider-Man. Where's Rhodey? Where's Rocket and Groot? Where is even Hawkeye for that matter? Like, it just, I don't know. I'm looking at this and I just don't see any hype whatsoever for like the Avengers movie. It could possibly be like these are the first batch, like the ones that struggle and get defeated by Kang or whoever the villain is going to be, and then the big ones show up like Thor, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man. But I don't know, I'm just like, even like Shuri, Black Panther Shuri, where the hell is she? Like, again, these are just speculation. It's not concrete or confirmation or anything like that, but based on this, like, my hype level really isn't that high with it, especially because of how things are going. Like, phase 4 and phase 5 with the MCU, my biggest gripe, my biggest issue is that you're introducing all these characters, but then nothing is being developed. There's been no interaction, barely, with any of these characters whatsoever. Like, there's pretty much not a lot of like world building or anything like that. It's like these characters are going to be basically meeting up for the first time in this big Avengers movie, but it's just don't know how the chemistry is or anything like that. There's just no continuation when it comes to like the multiverse saga either, and it's just, honestly, I don't want to go on a rant or anything like that right now, but looking at this, it just feels very, very disappointing. So you see this possible lineup. What are your thoughts about this? Does this get you hyped for Avengers? Are you just as confused as I am? Please let me know in the comment section down below. But that about wraps it up for the weekly entertainment news video here. Again, lots of things I've dived into here, so I want to know your thoughts on everything in the comment section down below. And again, if you are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing, hitting that like button, hitting that notification bell so that you're never missing out on any future videos. But I thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. This is Mike Here Reviews. Peace.